Welcome to another speedrun of Hollow Knight, where this run is very unique because it takes the very difficult spell-less run and actually makes it slightly harder. You see, this speedrun today is called Minimum Enemy Percent, and it's quite self-explanatory. Beat the game with as little deaths as possible. And I'll explain as I go along, but you can count all the deaths on two hands. So, join me. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad for completely improv. Oh, dang it. I did not get the fall cancel. Whatever. Off to a great start, aren't we? To kind of explain this run, this is minimum enemy percent. It's the least amount of enemies killed in the entire game to beat the game. And yeah, I guess this is a great time, if anything. I am back to streaming on Twitch. Well, streaming, aka streaming more than once a year, because now that school is out, this math teacher does not have to really worry about that stuff anymore. So I am now able to stream basically when I want. I don't have to wait until like after work or anything. I can just get here. So yeah, something I do want to point out immediately, because this is current patch. However, you'll notice that I have been doing inventory drops, and really, inventory drops are weird because technically they are only on patch 1.2.2.1 or below. And so something I want to point out is the fact that I am using quality of life. And before you start, yelling that I'm a cheater and whatnot, I'm using quality of life specifically because this run, this minimum enemy percent, is only possible on patch 1.2.2.1. So yeah, this is only possible on patch 1.2.2.1 because on current patch, you need to kill one more enemy. So to kind of emulate 1.2.2.1's speedrunning fun, I've decided to just have quality of life and only enable the speedrunning stuff. So no cheating, nothing like out of the ordinary. This is just pretend this is 1.2.2.1 and we'll have a good time. Alright, so as I kind of previously said, this is a slight variation of the spell-less run. If you followed me on Twitter, or if you see any of my Twitter ramblings in the last 2 weeks, as of this stream, you'll notice that I was routing a new speedrun, and I was complaining that it took 12 hours to route and test. Mainly because I didn't know that spell-less had its own route, official route, until I went around to look at it, and I realized, oh wait, this is exactly the same as what I was routing, but way faster, 30 minutes faster. And so I just kind of went oh shoot, this sucks now. But at the very least, I now understand what I have to do. So I had to reroute everything for the last time. And then I realized this is just spell-less, but harder. Because you can't kill enemies. That's the biggest thing. Nice, okay. And because you can't kill enemies, the biggest thing that kind of happens is, well, your geo is very, very limited. You can only get so much geo from geo rocks as well as from relics, and that's where the vast majority of my geo is going to come from. But just like in spell-less, there's going to be a lot of really weird skips that we're going to go for. And coming up real soon, after I collect all this money, is going to be our first death of this run. In fact, that's actually going to be the first 3. This arena is the Aspid Arena. You cannot skip it, you cannot do anything about it, you just have to kill them. And as such, these are our first 3 deaths of the entire run. Which means we are roughly, depending on your math, either 30% of the way there or 50% of the way there. Because I did say it's 2 hands. I'll leave that up to your imagination. Or, just stick around and see how many we have. And I suppose now is also a very good time to explain the main rule of what counts as a death. The rule is anything that kind of increases the count towards the Hunter's Journal. So the Hunter's Journal is an item you get that really catalogs all of the enemies that you've ever killed. However, the main issue about the Hunter's Journal is that anything that dies counts towards the Hunter's Journal. That does include any accidental deaths. And so you'll actually notice that if you go into the False Knight arena, you'll notice that there are 3 husks in that arena that instantly die. Those will count towards Hunter's Journal. And so because of that, I can't actually get False Knight, which is why we have to go spell this. I suppose even before all this, we have to kill our 4th death of this run, Gruzmother. There we go. But also, I need to collect the money. There we go. And I will save quit. Mainly because, well, Gruzmother does spawn her Gruzlings, or Gruzzers, I think they're called, after her death. So we can't actually continue the fight. But we can save quit, which actually makes it a lot better. The other thing I gotta do is, I actually have to collect some grubs. You'll notice that I did deviate from the standard speedrun path to collect that grub. Yeah, grubs are really nice, because they do give you a lot of money very quickly. Especially for early game. So I'm gonna be very quickly just going around, collecting some of these grubs. That way I can actually afford the long nail, which costs 300. I missed. Wow, platforming is not great for me today, is it? You guys move! Oh my goodness. Wow, this is... Oh, are you serious? Wait, I can't do that then. I can't do the speedrun strat. I'm so bad at this game. My movement is just not good today. I don't know what's wrong. Alright. Now, you can go get the stuff. Jeez. 4 grubs obtained. Time to go talk to Grubfather. Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Careful, SpongeBob.
I did not actually think that was going to reach and hit him. Oh well, whatever. I didn't kill him. That's the important part. Hello, Grubfather. I've come for your 100 geo. Alright. Alright, we finally have enough money to actually go and purchase the freaking long nail. Spell this. Well, I guess minimum enemy percent is such a nightmare. Ooh, reverse hitbox. Let's go. Who knows? Lurking? No worries, no worries. We appreciate any support, whatever. Regardless. Alright. Off to Salubra. One more. One more. There we go. There we go. Long nail, please. Thank you. Now we save quit. And now, this is where things become... Well, this is where most people would naturally suffer about the way. However, I have gotten somewhat okay with this, so I'm actually not that bothered by it. But it's time to do one of the most difficult skips in the game that most people didn't even know is a thing. And this is going to be defeating the Elder Balder without Vengeful Spirit. Some people say it's frame perfect. I kind of disagree. Just because I feel like there seems to be a small amount of a room of generosity, I suppose. But I don't know. Maybe it is, and I'm just really that good at the game. Alright, so with the Long Nail and the Fury of the Fallen combo, sounds like a menu item. We can do this real fast. One more. One more, please! I haven't blinked in so long. There we go. Oh, geez, that took so long. Oh, my eyes. Oh, I was just not blinking for, like, the whole time. I think I blinked. I started counting after my second blink. I think I blinked a total of, like, 4 times. Oh man, that took a while. But you know what? I'm happy. Anyways, but that was our 6th death. So this is one of those areas, again, where I have to be kind of careful. Because some enemies can just randomly just decide to die. So I have to be careful. And obviously, because we don't have the Vengeful Spirit, we can't go for any of the cool skips. Technically, there are some skips you could do, but I've never practiced those ones. Like the Fireball skip. But instead, we are going to be using our good friend, Squid. Oh, that's a little high, but fine. I'm going to heal for insurance, just in case. I would very much appreciate it if things do not hit me on the way there. Because we have our next enemy that we have to kill very soon. Nice. Falling enemy skip. Always good. Always good. Thank you. Alright, this is getting a little scary. Oh! Oh! I hate that. I hate it. Don't! Please! Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. Whenever the Mosskin decides to jump backwards when I'm on Fury is terrifying. Oh my gosh. Because at any point in time, I could just die. Let's hope this next section also goes quickly. Ow. Oh dear. No! 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 How? How? How does he reach me from that far? Oh my gosh. I'm in pain. Dude, I swear, if there's any hitbox that does not make sense in this game, it's those Moss Knights. I don't understand how they reach so far. Alright, this is Future Facade here. This is the start of his animation. You can see very vaguely that his swing is coming out. This is frame 1, 2, and then this is the 3rd frame. Thus, the active hitbox becomes active. But it's not faithful to his actual swing animation at all. If you look closely, you'll notice the red hitbox is nowhere even close to where his sword currently is. And then I take damage. And then, funnily enough, his second swing is actually almost just as faithful. So this is the startup for his second swing. And then, oh, I kind of skipped over it, but basically, there's only 1 frame of difference, as opposed to 3 frames. So this one has an animation where it comes out on frame 1, and then the hitbox comes out on frame 2. Unlike the first swing, which comes out on frame 1, and then the actual hitbox comes out on frame 3, after the animation has already ended. So, if anything, these enemies are actual bullcrap. Enjoy the rest of the video. Oh, that actually hurts my soul. Like, that actually just hurts so much. Oh, that's like a good minute of time. Like 2 minutes worth of time, dude. It sucks so much. Oh, and it's such RNG, too, as to whether or not he'll dash back or not. I basically just lost RNG, which makes it even worse. Like, if I die because I did, like, a skip wrong, like, that's a skill issue, yes. If I die to an RNG dash back, I'm upset. Bad game. Just bad game. So much of me wants to use debug mod and just cheat my way back there. But that ruins the integrity of the speedrun! I cannot do that. Ugh. Shut up, Zote. No one likes you. If I die to Hornet, I'm actually gonna reset the run again. Because I can't take this loss, this amount of loss. What the? I have never seen that before. Ooh, that was scary. That one was a little scary. That one was a little scary. Okay, Hornet counts as our 7th death? Question mark? Because Hornet technically doesn't die. Let me put it that way. So it's questionable as to whether or not it counts as a death. Also, I can't believe I lost 3 whole minutes of time. Oh my! I lost a 3-minute lead. That actually is, like, brutal. It is now time to move on. I guess. Ow. Ow. But we have to move on to get to the Mantis Claw. As sad as all of this is, we do have to move on. Alright. So yeah, as I kind of mentioned a little while ago, I am using the quality of life mod. Mainly because this run is not possible on current patch, even though I am playing on current patch. The reason is because, well, one of those reasons is because a certain skip is required in this run. However, that skip is only available on patch 1221, and it's patched out on current patch, so it's not like I can do it anyways. But also, the reason why I'm allowing quality of life for certain segments is because, well, this is supposed to be patch 1221 anyways, so might as well pretend like it is, right? Have the skips that they can use. So I hope I can get Epogo. If I fail, well, that's more time gained, but whatever. I'm not unused to that at this point. Okay, whatever. I don't know how to do Epogo, because for some reason it's supposed to be the same as like what's on 1221 with quality of life. I extremely disagree. I haven't been able to get the Epogo on quality of life like once. And it's supposed to be the same as 1221, and I've done it on 1221. I just refuse to down patch because the buffer system on 1221 is so bad. Ooh, accidental Mantis skip. We love to see it. Alright. Normally, most people would save quit here. There is one thing I do have to grab though. I will go collect something real quick, and then we shall continue. Alright, now we can go ahead and, I suppose, do the things. Alright, we are gonna have to do another shade skip. So we might as well go ahead and do that. There we go. Nice and easy first try. And now for Blue Lake. How fun. I guess, by the way, in case you are wondering why I was so complaining about the we gained the 3 minutes, all the times you see on the live split in the top right corner, those are all my practice runs. So right now, in my practice run, I got Dreamnail at 29 minutes and 31 seconds. However, every time I see those times, and I think I could be like 5 minutes ahead, I could have gotten Dreamnail now. I get so upset. But there's not much I can do about it. This is your reminder to stay hydrated. It is summer. Well, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. It is indeed summertime, so please remember to stay hydrated. Dreamnail!
Firmly grasp it!
Alright, Seer Skip. Let's go, Seer Skip. There we go. And we got the inventory drop. Well, I guess technically this is 1221 patch asterisk, so you can inventory drop whenever you want, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, onwards. Okay, from here, a lot of the spell list run will look very similar to what we're gonna do, just slightly different. Obviously, because we can't collect any enemy like money, you're gonna be collecting a lot of relics. Nice. Alright. So this is where I'm gonna actually kind of explain something that's kind of important. The reason why I'm pretending this is patch 1221 by using quality of life is because of a very specific skip. And if you're in the know about speedrunning in Hollow Knight, you know exactly which skip I'm going to be talking about. Obviously, we have to go grab the Nailsmith first, but there's something I would like to do first. I'm going to go into this room, and immediately, for speedrunners, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Oh, that was scary. I thought he died in two. I need to hit that lever. That lever is not able to be hit in current patch. They did patch it out. It's only in 1.2.2.1 where that's possible. And so because of that, well, hence why I'm using, what is it, quality of life? Because without that, you actually aren't able to go through this room. You have to kill one more enemy. And so because of that, well, that adds another thing onto our list. Alright. That's also the reason why I decided to bench there, because, well, it's slightly faster. Oh, I missed. This is another one of those areas where, if I'm not careful, another enemy can die. Specifically those venge flies. The elevator can kill them, so I have to make sure I specifically don't aggro the second venge fly on the way down, because he can die to it. Oh dear. Grab this. Alright, bye. Hello, sir.
Ranjo Stenja.
Thank you, sir. It is time for unwavering greed. Unwavering greed. This is not something I usually do. Even in my practice runs, I did not do this. But I'm going to do it here. Alright, usually I don't overcharm for this fight because it is rough. And if you get stuck in a specific spot, you have to heal twice before you die. But I'm gonna go for it anyways, because I want to. And it'll be really nice because, well, it'll make up for a lot of lost time. So, in my opinion, I'd say it's worth it. Nice, that was a lot faster than usual. Oh, unwavering greed paid off. Well, maybe not to the fullest extent, but it did pay off. Ugh, okay. Alright. And no, I'm gonna explain. Oh, what the? Huh? I couldn't. What? Wait, I've never seen that before. Okay, but I do want to specify, the Watcher Knights are only one entry in the Hunter's Journal. So technically, no, they are not 6 different or 5 different enemies. They are one entity. And so therefore, that is only 8 deaths, not 13. And that's our first Dreamer. Alright. Anyways. Alright, we should have enough money for the rest of the game, essentially. Oh, shoot, you know what I just realized? I forgot to, open the lever. I don't think it changes that much, but I just kind of forgot to do that. Wait, it does change that much, because I still need to go talk to Lem. Gosh dang it. I'm doing things out of order. Inoptimal! You spell optimality in one word? It's me.
Helmadelka.
Almadoka indeed.
Boris son, velmi
Alright. Another time to hydrate.
Kachev velmi art.
My drink of choice for today? Diet Coke.
Boris son, velmi artred.
A top tier drink in my professional objective fact. Objective opinion.
Vel Helmadelka.
Alright, so since I did forget to get the switch, I'm gonna go this way. Not forgetting the switch kinda does blow a little bit, but not as much as dying. Anytime you die in a speedrun, it hurts the soul like no other. Nope. Get away from me. Oh, nope. Ow. From here on, it's kind of almost like a normal 80% run. You just need to grab the Lumafly Lantern, get C-Dash, do the other things, and we're pretty much done. But there is one area that I do have to be very careful about. And I'll explain when we get there. Atabas Geo indeed. Alright, so now that my nail has been upgraded, I can't safely hit most enemies. Such as this tick-tick. Usually I would pogo off that tick-tick just to get a little bit of extra height. Ah, they're so annoying! But because I have the upgraded nail, the tick-ticks and the crawlids all die in one hit instead of two. So I can't really do that. I think the same goes for the bench flies, but from here I have to be extremely careful of what I hit. And at this point I might as well just like not have my nail. Because there's a lot of things I have to not hit. Can you, please? I have never seen this guy do this so terribly before. Alright, you know what? No. I'm just gonna reset the room at that point. Because literally, what in the world? I've never seen him do it this terribly before. Oh my gosh. I've never seen him spend that long not throwing the axe in the right, like, location. That was literally the worst. I missed my cycle. No. Whatever. Honestly, missing that cycle specifically is not that bad. Alright, now it's time for movement location. I'm gonna heal twice just in case. Cue the awesome music. Oops. That's fine. Okay, that's not fine. That's fine. I somehow was off cycle and then got back onto cycle. I don't know how. I'm not sure how that worked. Okay, but whatever. We got the crystal dash. That's all that really matters. And from here, you can probably assume how many deaths there are now. Considering the fact that there are, no, we can count all the deaths on two hands, and that Umu is going to be death number 9. You can kind of assume. Okay, I have to be very careful here, because this tick-tick will die to crystal dash. Can you not? Okay, this is also another place where I have to be very careful. So this guy. Ah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I will be completely honest. This is one of the hardest things in the entire run to keep this guy alive. Because here's the thing, right? You have to go down here. And even if you go down there, that volatile Vengefly, I think his name is, has a random chance to just go upwards. And if he goes upwards, what the heck was that? Oh, I was too high. If he, because they bob up and down as they chase you. If they do that, then you automatically lose. And that's another completely RNG thing that you literally cannot control. And so because of that, I'm simply just gonna say, I don't care, we're not counting that. So just pretend that he never died. Let's just go with that, right? What? I missed? Like, I have never been this unlucky in any run, other than my any percent runs. Are you, wait, what? I was touching the wall? I have never had this much unluck in my life. On this specific thing, too. Like, I would maybe miss this once. I missed this 3 times now. Jeez, why did that take so long? Alright. Well, at least this area is a little bit simpler. You hug the left side, and we fall. The only thing you have to really be careful of is you don't accidentally hit anyone here. In Hollow Knight, there are always 2 rules. Like 2 unspoken rules of Hollow Knight. The first rule is always jump at everything. In response to everything. Rule number 2 is always hit everything. So I feel like I am really breaking one of these 2 rules. To hit everything. And that is really hard to do. I also have to be really careful here. Okay, he didn't die. The reason why I have to be very careful there is because if that little I think that's what it's called, if that little is not, like, is too far up, or too far down, close to the knight, you actually can hit him with your crystal dash and he dies. So it really does suck. Oops. That's a little scary. Nice! That was barely last second too. He almost went to another cycle. Alright, and Umu is death number 9. It is time for our second dreamer. It's time for a dreamer. It's time to hydrate. And that is our second dreamer, Monomon the teacher. And I am out of diet. That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and unequip this. Alright. This is where things get a little bit annoying. In my opinion, this is the most tedious / annoying part of the game. Don't hit me. For a very specific reason. I'll explain when I get there, but just know this is my least favorite part of this game. Not far enough. What? Not far enough? Let me in! Alright, Deep Nest itself is not the... Don't! No one saw that. No one saw that. We're gonna pretend like that never happened. Because I actually didn't know that he could fall down there. Alright. Guess there's no need to bench because we're going straight to the next place. I'm so used to doing this place dark Deep Nest that with light it becomes so weird. Oh. Once again, no one died. Everyone blinked. No one saw that. I'm just more doing this out of pure annoyance. Okay, this is where the run becomes extremely annoying. And it's not necessarily because of this trap bench. It's what happens that you have to do that you don't kill any more enemies. Alright, this is where things get very, very annoying. That's with this guy right here. Back up. Back up a little bit more. Okay, that's one. That's actually extremely lucky. On average, I get him to get back there, like, after, like, an entire minute. That's very lucky. Because you can skip him, and what a lot of people don't realize, or don't know, is that you can actually skip the second Stalking Devout as well. This way. I'm not gonna save the grub. Doesn't deserve to be saved. Right, here's how you skip this second Stalking Devout. A lot of people believe that he's not able to be skipped. You can lure him out here. As such. And there you go. Granted, the first Stalking Devout is significantly harder because there's a very small window where you can actually dodge him. This one is a little bit easier, you just have to hit his mask. And that's our last Dreamer. So something that's very odd, after you get Hera, this Stalking Devout that was just there disappears. I don't know why, nor do I have any kind of logical explanation as to why he just disappears. He just does. So I'm not going to question it, because trying to get out if that Stalking Devout was there would be way harder. So I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? I'm glad. It is now time to finish the game. And this is very easily sub 1 hour. Alright, let's do this. Right. How about the older sibling? Nice. Ooh, good, good, good. We can stack sports rooms. Ooh, we are skilled out here. And you should die. Yep, there it is. All right. There it is. Oh. And there you have it. 57 minutes, 24 seconds. All it takes to beat Hollow Knight. A total of 10 enemies. And this is only possible on patch 1221. If you play this on current patch, I'm using quality of life to pretend it's 1221. You'll actually end up having to do at least 11. Because you have to kill that heavy husk in the Watcher Spire. But for a normal 1221 run, it's actually only 10. So it's a little bit faster, one less enemy, but there's only 10. 2 hands. Found them. Now, I will be completely honest. Yes, we did technically have 3 accidents on the way there, all of which were in Deep Nest, or close to Deep Nest. It's just RNG. I can't actually control that. You can manipulate it in a way that it doesn't do it more consistently, but it's still RNG. The least amount of enemies killed without using any glitches is 10. And I don't think it will ever get less than 10. I don't think we'll ever get to the single digits. Oh man, that took so long. And there you have it. That is minimum enemy percent. Now, technically, in ideal circumstances, yes. You will only have, I think, you'll actually end up having 12 entries in the Hunter's Journal, I think. Mainly because there's 2 enemies in the entire game that come with the Hunter's Journal. So technically you can remove them. That being the Shade and the Crawlid. But technically, there's only 12 extra entries in the Hunter's Journal using this speedrun. And hey, if you ask me, for a harder version of spell list percent, I think this was a very good time. 57 minutes, pretty good for killing very, very little enemy. So, realistically speaking, I am one of the top runners for the spell list category. Yeah, I'm top 15. Technically, well, I don't know. I don't know if they would accept this. Well, actually, no, they would not accept this because, I am using mods. So, immediately they automatically would not accept this. But, theoretically they could. That being said, hey, I'm kind of back to streaming. I might play some games. Obviously, the Switch 2 is coming out soon. I will try to get my hands on one as quickly as possible. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot planned. I am trying to come up with new stuff to do, but there's not much else. So I will try to do what I can, try to come up with new stuff and new speedruns. If you like what I do, why not drop a follow on here on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube channel. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, like and subscribe. But that's all for me for today. I don't know when I'll be back. I'll just post on Twitter, so make sure to follow there to see the updates of when I'll stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day, or your night, depending on your availability, of course. I've been Facade. I will see you in the next one. Good night.